Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this YouTube channel this morning. It's a nice sunny morning on Wednesday. We've got the day now, Wednesday the 11th or 12th of August. It's still a bit early for me, John, so it's again. And I've got my good friend on here, John Bullock. He does coaching and he does a great he's in a great organisation. He does a great coaching session called Pain Coach. Is that right, John?
Yeah. Pain Point Coach. That's correct, Frankie.
Pain Point Coach. Yeah. I've just got to have it here, and we're going to talk today about what John does, what he does for people, the benefits of it. I mean, I've done it myself, and I found it really quite rewarding, and I've seen the progress and the effect it's had on me. So I just want to share with you, John. He's John Bullock. He's a great guy. He's from Liverpool. He's a good friend of mine. And we do a lot of networking, and we're out there trying to help people to transform and change their lives and peak at the best of their ability. And John's going to share that with us this morning. So please, I'm known as Frankie Kington. He called me the Wise Entrepreneur. And we've got my great friend here, John Bullock, who's going to tell us a little bit about him. So John, good morning. I'm glad to have you on this YouTube channel. Tell us a bit about you, John.
Well, good morning, Frankie. It's always good. It may be early, but the conversation's bright, and I'm ready and raring to go. Yeah, so Pain Point Coach, what is it I do? Well, we go into organizations and we deal with teams and we make the teams more cohesive. Essentially, what I do, it's about behavioral change, and we change the mental through the physical. And we do that, as you now know, by getting you moving. On the course you actually did was a course on focus, and what we were trying to determine that day, how hard at times when things are going on around us, how difficult it can be to focus. But we used a technique to get you really focused straight away. It's quite simple, but it gets you focused straight away. And I suppose the best thing to do is, Frankie, was put you on the spot and ask you, how did you feel about that focus session? And in particular, there was one thing that we did immediately that got everybody involved. So how did you feel about that?
I thought it was great, John. What I really enjoyed about it as well, the technique that he did, I thought it was really quite fun. So the fact it had an effect and it was quite fun made it very enjoyable. And it really made you think about how you perform on a daily basis and how it teaches you well about it's like people skills or being multi-skilled. And John's explaining the art of being multi-skilled and how difficult it can be for people like ourselves to be multi-skilled and to perform at your peak. Now with John's training, he gets you to perform at your peak. And that's what I liked about it. But it was fun. It was so funny. And watching other people as well, everybody was laughing. And I think it's really important, John, that when you're doing sessions like this, people enjoy what you're doing, because if they enjoy it, they'll want to do it more. So I saw the benefits.
I think that's a critical element, that, Frankie, that you touch upon. It's the fun part. And I tell you why I think that's more important. When something's fun and you have an emotional experience, you're more likely to recall and remember what's happened. So you place something that's fun in a long-term memory, because it's an emotional experience. And because you're taking that journey, it actually moves things into long-term memory. So that's critical. Absolutely right. I think the ability to find fun in what you're doing it really is essential. But the thing that we focused on that day was is multitasking or multi-failing, as I prefer to call it. And I've got to illustrate what I'm saying to you is that if we're going to give something our undivided attention and we want to do it and really do it to the best of our ability and optimally perform at our peak, you have to concentrate on that one thing. You're not going to give something your best if you go at lots of different things. I've got a simple thing, just that I could prove this in about 30 seconds. So, and I've seen this test done by psychologists. So, Frankie, I'm going to put you on the spot. I want you to recite the alphabet, the whole 26 letters, as fast as you can. Go.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, P, Q. UTRSQWXYZ.
Well, you got there, Frankie. Okay.
Got there, yeah, John. I didn't get there the format I was supposed to, and the people going to happen.
Well,
but when I did that train, it was exactly like that, wasn't it, John?
well,
It's all over the...
you've done that bit, Frankie. So I'd like you now just to count 1 to 26 as fast as you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Right. Now I want you to go 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D, all the way to 26. As fast as you can.
1A, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3.
It's impossible, isn't it?
1A, 2B,
Do you
3,
realise
3.
98% of the population can't? And what that goes to prove is that when you're thinking about more than one thing at the same time, you can't, you know the answer. I do. The trouble of it is you can't perform at your peak the way you like to perform when you're doing more than one, and your mind's having to think about more than one thing. So that simple technique gets to the crux of the matter really, really fast. So I like that because it sort of proves a point, you know.
Exactly, John. It does prove a point, and you have the solutions, don't you, John, to make people better at all what you've just shown to me, all the steps what you've shown. You improve people's performance to make them better. That's right, isn't it, John?
Well, it's to make people's development, and more importantly, the teams, the way they respond to a team, because we can do things, and what we're talking about is experiential learning. And in other words, we learn by doing. And you've probably had a very similar experience yourself, is that somebody's told you what to do, you've read the book, but really you wanted to get your hands on it and actually do it to really in your mind to understand exactly what it is that you do. So that's why the action part is critical. But following the action part is that ability really then to sit down, have a cup of tea and reflect upon what you've done. So the learning outcomes really settling within your mind. That's really very, very important. So we reflect, we refocus, reset ourselves, and then we go at it again. So if you've, and that's why I always say we get to the mental through the physical, because the learning's done that way. And once you've done that way, you begin to change mentally in your head about the way you put your solutions and what you do together.
John, that was absolutely fantastic. Thanks for sharing that with us, John. I hope the guys, everybody watching this, have really got something from John here. He's a very good friend of mine. And John's probably now, because we're going to finish the actual session, but the YouTube channel. But I think John's going to probably just give a bit more details about how you can contact him, where you can get him at, social media, what channels he's on, what information he can give. And if you really liked what we did today in this YouTube channel, just leave us a comment below on my YouTube channel. And John's going to give some details of where you can contact him and what information he can do to help you. So you can go ahead with that, John.
Okay, thank you, Frankie. So if you'd like to make direct contact with me, the office number is 0151 523 6203. That's 0151 523 6203. You can also contact me through our my website, which is www.painpointcoach.co.uk. www.painpointcoach.co.uk, and you'll find me John Bullock or Painpoint Coach on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thank you very much, John. Yeah, that's very, very helpful. And yeah, my experience from John, yeah, it's worth every penny. So please get in touch with him. If you like this video this morning, just subscribe to my channel, please, at the bottom, leave us a comment. And thank you for tuning in. And John, thanks again for having you this morning on this channel. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you as a friend. I know what you've done for me. So thank you so much. And everybody have a joyful day. Thank you now. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Frankie.
Thanks, mate. Stop recording it, yeah?